Hello, my name is Mary Elizabeth Castle, and I'm the Director of Government Relations for Texas Values. The Texas State Board of Education is currently reviewing and revising the Social Studies standards for public school students in grades K through 12. If you have been following Texas Values for some time, then you understand that this is a large task that the State Board of Education takes on. When I first started at Texas Values back in 2018, they were only streamlining the social studies standards, and I believe that process took approximately 1 year. It's very important that stakeholders and parents provide input that is crucial to the success of the revision of the social studies standards. Let's review a few basics so that you can make sure that you're prepared to be involved in the process. First things first, the State Board of Education, who are they? They are a 15-member elected body that meets quarterly to decide curriculum standards, textbooks and instructional materials, and funds. This makes them different from the Texas Education Agency because you get to vote for who is on the State Board of Education. So the next time you're at the ballot box, be sure to research who represents you on the State Board of Education. Right now, the SBOE is reviewing and revising the standards for social studies. These standards are called the TEKS, the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. The TEKS are what will be required for students to learn and for teachers to instruct when it comes to social studies. If applicable, the TEKS will be what students are tested on when it comes to standardized testing. During the review and revision process, there is a selection of content advisors, creation of work groups who actually draft the TEKS, also a presentation of the drafts to the SBOE, a first reading, and a final vote. As of right now, the SBOE has selected the content advisors for the Social Studies TEKS. You may have seen a lot of news surrounding this. These content advisors will be presenting key topics at the meeting this month. The SBOE is under a much tighter deadline than they usually are under previous cycles of revision of standards, so there is a statutory deadline to have the complete revision of the social studies standards completed by June of 2026. That means a draft of the TEKS will be discussed and presented to the SBOE in January. The first reading will be in April, and the final adoption will be in June. Work groups will be tasked with drafting the social studies TEKS. The application is now open to serve on a work group and will be open until about January 19th. There will be several iterations of work groups that will meet as the process continues on. Some of you who were involved in the health TEKS process remember this. They had work group A, work group B, and they met several times throughout the process until the final TEKS were adopted. If you're currently or formerly a history, civics, geography, or social studies teacher, please consider applying to be on the social studies work group. Your application will be sent directly to the SBOE member who represents you, and you can learn more about the application process by visiting txvalues.org. And you may have seen some of our emails where we told you how to apply to be on a work group. The work groups will start convening in January. A first draft of the standards will be discussed and available at the January SBOE meeting that will be January 26th through January 30th. This draft will be available online to view. However, it is important to note that there will be no board action or vote on this draft in January. The first reading will be in April. At this meeting, the SBOE will amend and vote on a draft, and you will have an opportunity to testify and provide feedback at this meeting. After the April meeting, there will be a 30-day public comment period before the final draft. Those of you who are involved with different agencies, whether federal or state, are probably familiar with submitting public comments. This will be very similar, and an explanation of that process will be on the State Board of Education website. Then, after that public comment period in June, the SBOE will vote on a final draft. The SBOE process is very different from the Texas legislature, so it is important to understand the process and to keep track of key deadlines. Please like and share this video with anyone who you think could play a crucial role in making sure we have good, solid standards for the social studies TEKS revision and review process. Texas Values is a 501c3 organization. To learn how to support us, visit txvalues.org. Well, that's in a short nutshell how to understand what happens at the State Board of Education and to be prepared for the social studies revision TEKS process.